My house, Y94.0 and Amy K. In any social situation where you feel like you're always paying the way for somebody else, you're going to eventually notice and maybe get a little frustrated.
You're going to feel used.
And this might be one of those ones, though, where it's like, okay, I actually don't know how to handle this because it's not like a dating situation. It's not even really a friend situation. That it's not Heather's friend. It's her daughter's friends. In the email where she's like, oh, I'll just do a mailbag situation. She's ranting about these kids being freeloaders. I'm like, no, you want to talk like that way about kids. We got to actually have you on.
Chime in now. It's group therapy on the Y94 Morning Playhouse.
Which, by the way, Heather, I do appreciate you agreeing to do this, verbally with us instead of just through email, because that I do think is going to be better. Can you kind of lay out what you want to talk about today?
Yeah, so I have a teenage daughter, and her friends are, like I said, my email freeloaders. I don't have a better way to put it, and by that I mean when they go out, I'm the one driving all of them to the movie theaters, all that kind of stuff. But I'm also the one footing the bill for the movie, the popcorn, all the entertainment for not just my daughter, but for her friends too. And we're talking about, kids that are 13, 14 years old. And when my daughter, does stuff with them, they force her to pay for her share, whether it's, to go and eat, go to the movies, whatever. So I just want to know, I just need advice. How should I handle this? How should I approach this? Because, it's unsustainable. I feel used. I feel like it's not reciprocal. And I just, is this normal? Should I just, say they have to pay or you can't hang out with them?
I know we'll get some feedback for you. 237 hits. You can call, text, voice memo. I know this much. Obviously everybody has their own financial situation and you can't pay for things you can't afford. That being said, I think in the case of our kids, I would just be so excited that they had these friends that want to do so much stuff with them. I would eat that as often and as much as I could. I would just pay it.
Yeah, if you can, but at the same time, why is when the daughter is going out with the friends and other parents are driving or something, she still has to pay her way? I'm wondering if your daughter is telling her friends, don't worry, my mom's got it.
It would probably be worth looking into asking her, hey, I've noticed you're always paying when you go with them, but they never seem to pay. That might be worth a little investigating. That's a good idea.
I think, you need to talk with your daughter first and say, how come when we go out, and I'm fine driving and taking you guys out, but why am I the one that's always paying for everyone? But when you go out, I have to give you money too for them, and they're not reciprocating the other way.
Yeah, I guess my experience has been, and granted ours are a little younger than what yours are, because she said 13, 14, right?
Yeah.
So teenagers. If our kids are off with their friends and those parents, those parents tend to pay, and we're like, hey, do we owe you anything? I'm like, no, we got it. And then if those kids are with us, then we pay, and they're like, hey, do we owe you anything? We're like, yeah, no, we got it. And we just have this nice balance.
That's why I'm wondering are the parents sending them with money and they're just not using it? Because she's like, don't worry about it. My mom's going to pay.
And those kids are pocketing that money.
That's what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking you would do if this was you and you felt that you were being kind of maybe abused a little bit with your generosity?
I would personally speak to the parents first, depending how young the kids are. I would first talk to the parents and then see what's going on there. Let them know that they've been, I've been taking care of their kids and payments and whatnot, and then see where we can go from there.
Yeah, because you don't want to be taken advantage of either. So if that's what's happening.
And that's what someone said. I think she needs to talk to the other parents. If my kid was constantly going out with another family and the mom was paying for everything, I would want to know. Maybe the parents have no idea this is happening. And she could say, hey, I'm happy to drive the girls sometimes, but I can't keep paying for everyone. And I bet some of those parents would gladly send money with their kids once they knew.
In the case of the teenage freeloaders, what say you?
I think that if she can afford it, why not? Why not just, you don't know the kids' situations, and you may embarrass them if you call them out. Right? If it's not a financial burden, don't make it weird.
Well, so I don't think you certainly don't say anything to the kids.
No, that would make them uncomfortable. I don't think you say it to the teens. No.
There's probably some conversation you have with your own child. I suppose if you know these parents, maybe there's some way you could kind of weave that into conversation. We did this, and this, and this, and this. And
someone said you can kind of just keep a budget every time she's going out and saying, this is what we're leaving with. So you need to figure out what you want to do. This is the only money you're getting. There's no extra. That's your budget.
I guess if you're always the carpool person and you feel like that's how you're getting defaulted as the person, slinging that plastic, maybe don't always be so available for the carpool. Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't get you there.
Someone said, I would absolutely put a stop to this. Your daughter's friends probably aren't bad kids, but they've learned that you're the mom who pays. Once you become the fun mom, you always just pick up the check. It's hard to go back. I think you need to talk to your daughter before you leave and just say, I'll drive, but you need to make sure everyone has their own money. That way nobody gets surprised when the bill comes.
Really got a little investigating you got to do with your kiddo, I suppose, huh? First and foremost, start there.
Start with your daughter and say, I'm happy to drive, but I can't keep paying for if you really can't keep paying for everyone. Say that and see what you have to say. Oh, I always just told them that you got it, Mom.
There's going to be no Christmas this year because you guys go to too many movies. Sorry. Oh, wait, what?
Here's what's coming up next